Hey guys, it's me again. Right, just to run through probably 2 more videos of books, and then you will be relieved to know that it will be resumed back to normal service. So they're done, and they're done. Right, here we go. As quickly as right. I picked up this. It's an almanac. This is a Guernsey one, and it's from 1932. See there, Gazette de Guernsey. This had all the information on virtually government and other things in Guernsey, just everything from that year. Furniture, carpet. No, sorry, that's just advertisement. It is literally just packed out with information from that year. These go for around 10 quid now, and sometimes a bit more. What did I pay for that one? That one was £11 for a 1932 book. Next one, got this one. This was the first one I ever found, 1967. Press Directory and Almanac, Guernsey, Alderney and Sark, 7 and 6 it was. This one actually does have a collar picture in it. But yeah, full of all sorts of information. Then I picked up this one, and this one cost, actually what was the other one? The other one was 5 quid, the 1967. This one was £10, and I didn't read it right. I read down here Jersey, Guernsey, Alderney and Sark, right, and didn't look it up there. It's actually a Jersey one, 1939. So yeah, I was quite disappointed that I didn't read it right when I got it, but that one is still very hard to get hold of and rare. This one, I beg to report, policing in Guernsey. Enough said, really. I think. This is, and while the Nazis were here as well, so we know people don't like the police. So the Norman Isles, Jersey, Guernsey, Alderney, Sark, Herm Jetu Liu. Nice old book there, which was by Basil Basil de Guerin. This was actually given as a present to somebody. I can't make out who that is. Oh, to Anne Mackay. This was given as a present in 1951 or 57. Down there. 5 shillings this book. And there's a few cool pictures there. Sark as well. There's even yeah. I'm gonna have to read this book as well. I haven't read that one at all yet. Next one, Folk Tales of the Channel Islands. So all the ghosty ghoulies and history and stuff, and so yeah. There's drawings in here, but not pictures. Yeah, like this one here. She saw peeping between some trees an odd little fellow. Probably some perv. Right. Islands in Focus, another great book. This would be, that's actually Alderney on the back at Breakwater, and this is Sark, where you go in the harbour. Loads of, oh look, the building of our North Beach car park, which is going on down here. And some really cool photos. Very cool really cool photos there. And next one, Occupied. This is Herbert Winterflood. I've met this guy. He's occupied in Guernsey 1943 to 45. Final record. I think he did another one as well. This one's not signed by him. Oh yes, it is. Best wishes, Herbert Winterflood. All signed. Lots of things in there. The county books, the Channel Islands, Wilfred D. Hook. This is one I've never read, so I can't really tell you. It's probably an English company. It's got Jersey, lots of Jersey in here as well. And some other cool stuff. The States of Guernsey, Board of Health. 100 years of health, with all the old pictures of is it old pictures? Yeah, there's some old pictures in here and lots of other stuff, but there is an interesting picture because I mentioned in one of my other videos, this was where the hospital was, with this arch. That's actually the police station now. Been in there a couple of times. Not by my own will. St Martin's, whole book on the parish of St Martin's and its history from 1204, and yeah, some very cool things. And just that St Martin's is just a parish of Guernsey. There's also a Cattell book done. I've shown a St Peter's one. Then we've got the archaeology of Castle Cornet. That's a big thick book, that one. Heavy book as well. But yeah, they go through all sorts of bits and pieces in there. 50 years of freedom. Freedom from the Germans, that is. It's a shame this book's not 50 years of freedom from the States of Guernsey, because they actually run the island worse than the Germans did. So yeah. Oh look, it's the Rolling Stones down there, look. They came here in 64. I've never been into the Rolling Stones. Never, don't like their stuff. But yeah, this is year by year, the things that happened. Alderney's Festung, all about the occupation, all the bunkers, towers, defences and that. And it's like got all the maps and stuff for where things are. Alderney was where they set up slave camps and stuff like that. And there's a few of the old things there. This one's Festung Guernsey. This is the one of the Miras battery, which I'm interested in the most. That's the biggest one we've got in Guernsey. It's really big. There's more than one book for Guernsey. They've done it over. Just give you an idea of what if they should have a decent picture of they got loads of pictures with like the Germans, officers and that, soldiers and that there, doing their things. It gives you maps and stuff like that, where things are. Just really cool. And that's what it looked like inside. And I've been all the way around that thing in the pitch black, because there's no lighting. You got to take quite a few torches to be able to see in there. But yeah, really big, huge. Got this one here, the Jubilee years, 1952 to 57. This again, it's got the years and stuff on and what happened in that year. Here's the Catel Parish book, really thick book, past and present, really great information in here. Just even more modern stuff as well. So like so many pictures of stuff, past and present. Then we got the war in the Channel Islands, then and now. I've read all of this book. It's a brilliant book. I showed you. You got like, this just shows how fortified, how many. This is around by the Mirus Battery, right? And this shows just how much stuff was being built to make this island a fortress. You ready? All the stuff in black is all just, that's only in a couple of miles area, or a mile, yeah, a mile for sure, and that's it. There is all those black markers are all guns and stuff like that. There's a couple there that are just showing where a vinery is, but I've shown this picture before, but below there's a nice one. Tim Line might like this picture. The Superman down there, look, when it was on at the Gaumont cinema, and yeah, very, very cool. This has got Jersey in it as well. It's a very, very good book. This one done by Rob Baptiste, Guernsey's Coast. Not anything to do with the TV series Coast. He's just sort of, I think he just stole the idea. But I'm just seeing if there was anything. There's a nice Fermain Bay. This is actually a fort, or was a fort. So you can see the wall, and then the loophole tower there. This one is Insight Travel Library. This is one that I'd never seen before, and then I grabbed this. There's the coupe in Sark going across. It's got stuff about the Jersey war tunnels. Just all sorts really. Even women with no bikini tops on, look. You wouldn't get away with that book these days. But yeah. They definitely no tops. Look, I didn't just notice that. Martello towers. Some of them are loophole towers, so which is different. But I call them Martello in there. A very, very cool insight into those. Warrow. See that? I got this from my kids. Let's learn Guernsey language. That was the Guernsey French, and it's got all the wording in there. I know Rob Blackstar Vinyl likes the old languages. It's still there. Very cool. And it even got, no, that's our cop and saucer. It's got pictures of around Guernsey and telling you what they are in Guernsey French. Very, very good for the kids. Your body. Wrecked. This is one I bought new. Guernsey Shipwrecks. We do have one. What was it now? Oh, there's Liverpool there. Wrecked there. There's a lot of them. We've even had one. We had this one. This was the Vermont Borg, right? A foreign boat, right? I was working at Jackson's garage when I worked as a car valeter, and we were delivering a car, and there was a report that there was a ship that had crashed on the rocks. So we went down, right, and the tide was right down by the time we got there, right, and all we saw was this, right. That was just absolutely huge. One hell of a huge tanker type ship. It was there for months, I think, after till they fixed it. But yeah, that was in that was actually on my birthday in 2003 that it drifted into the Capel Reef near Lew Island, which is off the west coast of Guernsey down here. And yeah, that was on January the 3rd, 2003. And so yeah, that was a really funny day to see something like that. I was just having a Prosperity is probably one of the. I've been to the wreck site of this one, Prosperity. I've been to the engine. That's all that's left. It's huge, and I kayaked to it, and that is just over from where the Vermont Borg came onto the rocks. So. And we've had loads of shipwrecks because Guernsey is, and the Channel Islands are very rocky anyway. So, next one, a kiddie's book, The Tales of Teddy Typhoon. This is a Guernsey book. Tower Island. There's the town church. It's all Guernsey, all done there. There's a map on the back. I think there's a couple of these different stories. There's the characters. It'd be cool if it was made into a cartoon, I think. I could imagine that being a cartoon. There are other books that were made for children in Guernsey, and one of the more famous ones is one that I will pull out hopefully soon if I find it. But yeah, Teddy the Typhoon. very. I'm gonna read these myself because they're just really well done. So, next one, when we had the old hurricane in 1987, and picture of St Peter Port. Just trying to get a yeah. I don't believe you wanted to do that. That was and this guy here. I had a shock when I looked through this book, but this guy here with the ship, the sailing boat down here, that's my old French teacher, who's sadly not with us anymore. But yeah, that's my French teacher, Monsieur Toz. And I was really shocked to see that picture, because I saw the picture after I found out he'd passed away a few years or so ago. But yeah, really nice guy. But yeah, there's lots and lots of cool photos in here of, obviously boring ones of trees falling down, but look at the old Mini. Here's another one. This one, Patch Goes to Jersey, and this is a Guernsey. Another one. I don't know if it's a follow-on to the others, but Patch Goes to Jersey. GU is Guernsey #1, and I think my grandfather on my dad's side had the boat GU2. I'm sure it was GU2, but I did go out on it once. But yeah, this is actually where my grandfather, that on my mum's side, who recently passed this year, they always had their boat out here by the Cop and Saucer, and I've got a picture up in my lounge and in my kitchen of the Cop and Saucer and the area, because I always used to go down and we'd do look under rocks and play there when we were kids and stuff. Oh yeah, here's the other one, The Tales of Teddy Typhoon. This is the Dirty Old Tub children's book, and Herm, Jetu, Sarks in the background right up there, and very, very funny, sort of like cartoonish, very cartoony drawings. Next one, this is an art calendar from 1977, drawings by local artists, Channel Islands. So yeah, I kept this because it was the year after I was born, but it's got very old pictures in there, and also it's got the year I was born further back, 1976. Alderney, the Alderney story from 39 to 49. There you go. There's the German officers, and really cool little book. No barcodes on. This is an original copy, and I'm just seeing what the year it came out. 1971. They did that book. So, Pirates and Princes, a children's guide to the history of Herm. This is one of my kids' books. Don't know which one book got it, but yeah, there's lots of kids in there acting out adult themes, and obviously telling their story. But yeah, talking about ghosts as well. No? This is another book, a local one, well, Channel Island book. It's from Sark, and I got this for my kids. It's called Simmy Goes to Sark, and that one's by Small Island Publishing, Sark. There is. This is from 2011. But yeah, again, drawings are very well done. Oh, that's my Scotland book, that should be there. Well, that's Scotland. Right. This is my old Ordnance Survey map. Look how old this is of Guernsey. This is very old. It was 3 shillings and 9 pence. It's a bit worn out, beaten up. This is from 1934, okay? And I love maps. I think I'll get this right. I've got to be very careful with this. But it's Guernsey. Hopefully you could see that. Now I'm going to struggle to get it back. Unless I do that. Just let it do its thing. That's it. Perfect. Whew. The King's Channel Islands, Bailiwick of Guernsey book. I've not read this. This was a present to somebody in 1965 to their mum and dad. But yeah, it's mainly like that all the way through. Not a lot of there is interest, but oh god, pins and needles. This one, No Cause for Panic. That's the Channel Island refugees, or you know the kids that got not deported, that left Guernsey, and the families that left Guernsey as well, because they were worried when the Germans came over. But there were a lot of Guernsey people that stayed. So my pop and his family, and his brother and his mum and dad, they left Guernsey and went to Bristol first, and then down to Plymouth later. Islands in Danger, really cool looking book with a Nazi swastika there. Fantastic story. The German occupation of the Channel Islands, 1940 to 45. This was by Alan Wood and Mary Seaton Wood. It was 7 and 6. It is an old book, and some very old pictures in there as well. Very cool. Fell Deeds and Suspicious Deaths in Guernsey. Read all this. This is a really good book to read. Very interesting. There's a lot of stuff in here that was on this building. Even today, right, there's a witch mannequin up here, a mannequin, well yeah, a witch up there, right, and she's up on the side of the Longfree Hotel, right, and she's been up alongside that chimney for donkey's years, and I forgot to show Mike when he came over. It's called the Longfree Inn actually, not a hotel, but the Germans did occupy that building when they were here. It's supposed to be haunted. But, yes, cool things. This is. Have I got two? I've got two of these. have to get rid of one of them. I've got one of them again. I showed in the other video. This is the guidebook to the Jersey war tunnels. Now the book is really cool on showing you the stuff that's in there, and that's the layout of it. There is so much to see in there, and video footage and that they show is just amazing. And you're actually standing like in a room, or down a corridor bit, and one side of the or two sides of the corridor will have two different screens on, and they're just blasting out the footage, and you're just standing there. They're huge. It's very cool. The German tunnels in Guernsey, Alderney and Sark. This is a must-have book. Brilliant. That's what most of the tunnels look like these days, with rusted old pieces of junk and stuff like that. And yeah, I've been in a few ones that you're not allowed to go in. This is, I did a video saying about a hidden tunnel, right, that they covered over with mound and stuff, and you saw it probably a few months ago, or over a month ago, and I've got the picture of the tunnel, and you can't get to it now, but that's it there, underneath the St Saviour's Church. But yeah, there's so many. This has got all the Channel Islands in there. This one, historic Guernsey. This is very historic. Even to stuff like that. And the old St Peter Port streets. This is the other one that I was mentioning. More Bloney Good Times, a bit thicker than the other one. Brilliant book. Lots of old stuff from the 50s and 60s in there in Guernsey, and like that. The Guernsey cow, very famous. Guernsey cows. Some of the